Like you've done it the opposite round, where everyone else does like the Leeds warm-up shows, and then you've done like the Leeds, Reading and Leeds cool-down shows.
Yeah. Do you know that thing called Bingley Music Live?
No.
Bingley's in like West Yorkshire, I think, and it's just like this, like kind of festival. I don't know if it's like camping or what.
It's a sick festival.
Is it?
Yeah.
But Bingley's like a village or something.
But it's like in town, it's not like a camping thing.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we had that booked in ages ago, so we just thought, oh, maybe we'll just fill in some dates in between, rather than doing like, so like Reading and then Bingley's on Sunday. So it's like a week in between where we had to do some shows.
Yeah, it's kind
I've
of
got
good.
a feeling we discussed Bingley last time.
Maybe.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why Bingley reminds me of the conversation we've previously had.
We've been chatting about it for a long time. Ever since we got offered to do it,
It's because we've never met anyone that knows where Bingley is.
So let's wait and see what happens.
So everyone's going on about Bingley.
Because there was the building society, wasn't there? There was Bradford and Bingley, the building society, which I presume was...
Well, yeah, Bradford's in Yorkshire, right?
Yeah. Are they next to each other?
Maybe.
Bingley is 17 miles north of Huddersfield. I looked that up.
So that's proper Yorkshire, and that's proper
Yeah, it's full on, yeah.
middle of Yorkshire.
Yeah, right in the middle. We want to see the Dales.
Maybe we will. We'll have to wait and see. Come Sunday.
Yeah.
Just 2 more sleeps.
Until Bingley.
The mystery of Bingley is revealed.
It's a right stitch up, because one of the days is like, who's it, Manic Street Preachers, and another day is like a band like that, Feeder, and then, not really the same, but you know, still like big deal.
Yeah.
And then our day is like the Wombats, like the headliner. Like,
That's not pretty, even like...
they have one
Manic's-
song though.
Manic's... Yeah,
Not really the same as Manic Street Preachers, is it?
yeah, the one, but I don't even know the one song we've got, to be honest.
It goes, let's dance to Joy Division and celebrate the irony. Da, 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 da. We're so happy. Da, da,
I don't know
da.
that.
You do?
No.
You would have to hear the song.
You will one, yeah. You will on Sunday.
You would, yeah, you'll hear it on Sunday.
Yes, all will be revealed.
Your favourite band?
Rocking out to the Wombats. How's the summer been? Because I know, like,
Yeah, good.
during the spring I was watching all the festival announcements come out, and like you were the one mainstay on like every festival bill for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, do you not have jobs anymore? Is it just like talk?
Somehow we do have jobs, but yeah, we literally have played a lot of festivals. We're doing Bestival next weekend. It's like a last minute thing.
Is that the Isle of Wight? Is that
It moved, yeah, it was, and now it's in Dorset. But yeah, so that's literally almost every festival.
Yeah, we did a lot.
We did
a lot
do a lot.
this summer.
But you started really, because you started with the Derby one, didn't you? Which was like April.
Yeah, what was that? 2Q.
2Q, yeah.
2Q. Yeah, we did a lot of like smaller UK festivals.
There's one in Leicester as well, wasn't there? It was
Handmade.
Yeah, loads of those sort of things. And then we didn't think we would do any of the bigger festivals this year because of like we had no releases or anything. But then we got offers, and we thought we'll do that because that's fun.
Yeah.
So then we ended up doing like Glastonbury and Reading and Leeds and some others, 2000 Trees, Bingley, Festival.
It was a bit of Leeds was a jumper, wasn't it, as well? Because it was, you played Introducing the last year, and then jumped up, what did you play? Pit? Is it Pit?
Yeah, the
Lock-Up,
Lock-Up, yeah. But we played the Lock-Up 3 years ago as well, but we opened it. Whereas this time we were on like 5th or something, which is pretty cool. Like like it would make more sense to be like the next time you play you go up one slot, but because we were like on 5th we were well chuffed. That was cool actually.
I think that's a good thing about Leeds, that introducing stage does help you jump slots, doesn't it? Like a lot of bands I've seen play that introducing stage, and the next year they're like way
Yeah, it's
away.
weird. I think it works either way because there's a lot of bands on there you'll never see again as well. I think it really depends. I don't think.
Do you think sometimes just Leeds really, they want to really put a band on that they're like, this is the only slot we've got for you. We'd have invited you back next year anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's just cool to do it, you know. Like we did it. This is our 3rd time playing Reading and Leeds, and it's just a cool festival to go and play. So if they ask us again, we might do it again. We probably will.
That's Not making
You
any,
never
not
know.
making any decisions
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
They literally might not ever. That might have been our last time.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. You got to be prepared for these things. One of us might die.
Yeah.
We might not be a band. We might all fall out of each other
YOLO and then die.
Yeah.
and then die. Yeah.
I feel like I'm currently listening to the end of the band.
We may as well end that.
Bingley
Yeah, yeah.
Festival's just going to be... Bingley
Bingley's like
Festival's
last
yeah.
show.
It's going to be like such a triumphant.
They're just going to do a heck and just announce tomorrow that Bingley's your last
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they split up today?
I don't know what's...
They're done.
Ah.
How was Australia? That was one thing. So in all of the festivals
yeah.
and then Australia as well.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even realise.
That was
I
good.
figured you were doing only festivals, and then I was looking to see what you'd done.
When we came back from Australia, we went home for like a day before we went to Glastonbury.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really weird. But luckily, like the jet lag's not as bad coming back, because they say that going west, the jet lag's not as bad, and we're going home anyway. So that was good. It was really good. It was like a total holiday. We had like 2
First
weeks.
Australia tour.
Yeah. We had like a couple of weeks to just hang out before the tour. So it was like totally just chilling. These guys took a road trip, 2 separate road trips.
Yeah.
Same way.
It's just just cool to get to go to Australia. Played some rock shows, made good friends. We did it with a band called The Heartaches, Aussie bands, and we just got on really well with them, made really good friends, and got to see some cool stuff. Play some good rock and roll.
It's meant to be quite a good scene out there. Like,
Yeah, it's well
the
good,
cities that you play, like they're meant to be proper die-hard fans from
Yeah.
The shows were like busy.
Yeah, they were. I think people were like really enthusiastic. Well, this band, The Heartaches, like sold out the entire tour. So every show was full, and people just, I think, like, there's not as many bands in Australia. Like, definitely not as many like decent bands as there are in England, because we literally, like, we've had bands, like, you wouldn't be able to like count all the bands you know from England. You just wouldn't be able to do it. Whereas like the amount of Australian bands you know, you would barely fill a fist full of bands. You're just like, yeah, I know like 3 or whatever. So I think when they kind of like, when they actually have bands over to visit or whatever, they're really like chuffed about it. So it's so far as well, it's mad.
I say it seems like, I don't know, American tour seems doable, but Australian tour seems proper next level almost, because it is so far.
Yeah.
Or to a non-touring person.
I think America's harder.
Yeah.
Because,
It's got
like,
places, isn't it?
although Australia's a massive country, there's so many parts of America to like tackle. If you're going to go tour over there, it's not just like going to one country to tour. It's like, obviously it's massive. There's so many different parts of it that have totally different like scenes. So that to me seems a lot more daunting than Australia, where it's a big country but there's only really a small amount of places you can go and play. So you go and do like, 2 weeks. We did like 8 shows, and we kind of did the whole country. Obviously there's smaller places, but the main places to play.
Yeah.
Whereas America, there's so much more going on. Like, like the industry of music in America is massive, isn't it? And it's a lot harder to get noticed, and even more than England, obviously there's so many bands and so much going on, it's harder to get any kind of recognition, as in Australia it's a little bit easier for that. So I think America probably is harder, I imagine. Should we ask you a question?
Go for it.
What have you been up to in since we last saw you? What's the highlight of your life so far?
The highlight of my life so far?
Yeah,
I don't even know what I've been doing.
a lot of shows. You must be going to a lot of shows.
Yeah, it's festival season. So that was nice. Is it nice coming out of festival season? Because it is for me. Because there's no more gigs.
I really enjoy festivals, so I find it a little bit sad.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to keep doing festivals because I find them really like hectic.
Yeah.
Like going from doing Reading and Leeds into doing club shows is like a relief for sure. So it's like back to normality. Whereas like festivals are weird. Like you're always going to be playing at a different time of day, and like I don't know, it's just weird. But yeah, it's obviously well fun.
Yeah. Going back to your question, I still can't think of what you.
That's alright, let's move on.
It's fine.
Let's
What about you?
flow.
You guys?
Any big news we should know about?
No. We keep it quite low key, don't we?
Just chilly.
Actually,
Painfully
no.
low key.
Or just
Did we have this website at the last time?
Yeah, so the thing that I was taking photos for out of left and started my own thing.
that's cool.
Oh, sweet.
That's massive.
Yeah. And still getting into gigs and festivals and stuff, so that's
Sweet.
pretty cool.
That's well good.
Nice. What's it called?
Hush.
Oh,
Because
that's
it
what we're
started
doing
off
now.
as a secret, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be a secret between us and our like other media friends,
Right.
Yeah.
and then we couldn't even decide on a name properly, so we were just like,
Hush is a good name.
Yeah. Yeah. Works. I like
There's
it.
a head shop in Exter called Hush.
A headshot.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Oh no, we're going to end up getting sued.
Yeah, copyright.
I don't think they're going to be anywhere outside of Exeter ever. You know, they're just supplying for the local.
I was going to say exclusive. The head shop, what I think it is, they probably.
Yeah, bong shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. It's not a terminology we have in the
Is it not?
Midlands.
Head
It
shop.
might just be because I'm a really good boy and don't do.
I figured it was like something to do
Well,
with jobs.
I thought
head jobs.
I thought head shop was like a more a less slangy term. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what they're actually called, head shops. But then that doesn't really make sense. It sounds slang when I say it now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm from the Midlands. I live in a small town in the Midlands. We have drug dealers, but we don't have like special shops for.
It's illegal, but it's not legal. Yeah.
So we went to a rebellion.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of women are really well represented in the bands in there, unlike a lot of the other festivals. But there seems to be a lot of so we saw the Soap Girls.
Oh right, I don't know them.
They dress quite provocatively.
Yeah.
So I went to photograph them because I don't mind pretty ladies, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then they were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. They're really talented. They make good music.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like,
Wondering why they needed to gimmick.
yeah, why do you need to
it.
dress like that? But then we saw the Petrol Girls and we're like, you should dress exactly how you want to dress. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but I guess doesn't it depend like whether the Soap Girls or whatever they're called might just like that just might be what they wanted to do, regardless of what they felt pressured into doing. But for some reason it comes across like we can't perceive that without thinking that they have made themselves do that to sell their music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think that's almost like sadder than them dressing like that. Do you know what I mean? That like that's exactly what I think as well. It's like a subconscious like, oh, you're only like underdressing or dressing provocatively to like as a totally. Which is like really weird because that might just be how they wanted to dress. Like,
I mean, men go on stage without the shirts on.
yeah, for sure. It's not, and it's not often said that it's because they're trying to sell their music through like their sort of sexuality or whatever. But at the same time, it's like it's just one of those like it's a weird one where it's got so many like connotations. But I think I guess like. It'd be interesting to see what they say about it. They must have answered that question in interviews before. Because, like, for example, like Kathleen Hanna from Bikini Kill wore not much on stage sometimes, and she was like openly like a stripper to make money and stuff. And she was just like, she made a point of being like, this is exactly how I want to be, and also like kind of being offensive through that, imagery, which is kind of cool as well.
Sort of taking it as power.
Yeah, for sure. But I guess there's always a fine line because as well, lots of people end up getting exploited by people in the industry. But if you're powerful with it, then like it's fucking awesome. And it's cool anyway that people should be allowed to do what they want. But sometimes you worry, don't you? Like seeing you worry that people.
That's my. If I go into like a dad mode where I'm just like, do what you want, but then I'm like.
But that's what I mean. Like that's like this kind of patronising nature that we take on, which is like, again, like perpetuating the problem. But it's like because it's how we've always been taught to think about it, I suppose. But is rebellion good?
Yeah.
I've never been.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Is it really like broy?
I don't know.
Like, is it really like Like, does it feel like there's loads of blokes there?
Yeah, it is quite blokey and mostly older blokes.
Yeah, like my age,
But it's amazing because there's all these dirty punks everywhere in the Winter Gardens, which is the most beautiful place.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
I would
like
like
the
to go.
fruit.
Yeah, I would
like,
like to go.
it's amazing. Yeah, we'd rock it.
Yeah, it's like a weird split in it. The crowd, you've got like probably 2/3 of it are like 40-year-old, 50-year-old dudes that were into punk 20 years ago and
Yeah.
have got like a pair of Doc Martens in the bottom of the cupboard that they only get out for bowing. But then there's the kids that are doing it right and doing it like not giving a shit what everyone else is doing. It. They're like the proper individual who are just living punk as it should be. But band-wise, it's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
It's not like there's a lot of mix.
yeah, they seem to push a lot of new music. And like I'm saying, they try and put female, like, fronted
I just
bands, a
heard.
lot of female
I heard a bit of like some people saying that they didn't feel massively comfortable there. But I think like as a festival, maybe they made an effort to change it quite a lot. So
Yeah.
I definitely want to go. I mean, it'd be cool to play, but if we never, break into that crust scene, it'd be fun just to go anyway.
I can't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think you'd fit in there.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, like, because I've never been,
I
but
think I'd like just to go. Like, I always wanted to go when I was a kid because I was like, used to be really into like street punk and stuff when I was younger. But now I just like to go just to see it, just to like walk around.
It's definitely an experience, and it's nice not being in like because we had like a little shitty hotel, didn't we? But it's nice kind of waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning like you do on a festival day, but instead of like where you're just confined to your tent or the camping area until
Just
12
having to
o'clock.
wait till the band starts.
Just like go walk around Blackpool, seafront, and then you just see loads of guys with Mohicans on the pier, and like German guys writing stuff in the sand.
But we did come across a lot of that old mindset of people like being quite judgmental and saying quite rude things. Like there was a lot of bad things said on stage about how to treat women and stuff, wasn't there?
There was, the first year.
So I think that's got a bit of a rep for that.
But the Petrol Girls played, and they had a really good crowd. Like I was really worried about them because knowing that they're kind of outspoken and stuff like that, I was like, oh, all the creepy dudes that just want to see half-naked girls aren't going to turn up. But then there was like a massive crowd for it, all cheering.
well, I guess there must be lots of decent people at Rebellion as well. Yeah, it'd be good to go. When was it?
Last weekend of August.
First weekend of August. The last weekend of August was last weekend.
Oh yeah, it's the first today. Right, rabbit.
No, it's a good. It's a good festival,
Cool.
and it's like it's a nice environment. Like they've got a mashed potato bar,
Nice.
which is awesome.
That's worth it for
Just
itself.
Just mash.
And it
queuing
match.
for it.
And there's loads of bands. There's like 7 stages, isn't there? Like they're saying how small an area is, and there's tons of stages.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just go on the Thursday or
Well, I
Friday.
think it's just a funk festival as well. It's quite cool that they can like keep it going for all this time. It's like a city, just a punk festival.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Thursdays and Fridays seem to be the best when they've got like the hardcore and like the younger bands on. Then on Saturday and Sunday it's just like the same bands every year, like UK subs and Jelly Starts like chant like
77 punks.
Yeah.
Didn't Bad Religion headline last year?
Yeah, so they did the Thursday. Yeah, Thursday night was Bad Religion. Slaves was Friday night. Slaves from Frank Carter were Friday night. No, it's from Bad Religion.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Nice.
Finish off with what's the future looking like. Have you recorded? Have I seen? I'm sure I've seen pictures shared by people that you were like. Did you do it in the States? Or
No. We did it at the same place as the last time, so it's called The Ranch and it's in Southampton.
That's probably what threw me off.
Yeah.
I saw it called The Ranch. I was like, it's American.
Did it in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. We recorded loads of songs, but we're not sure like what our plan is yet. We haven't even got the songs back yet because we only just recorded it,
Right.
so we're still waiting for them to be mixed.
But an album next year or something.
Yeah, for sure.
That seems quite exciting. See, hearing it that way, where you've not had the songs back, that seems exciting.
Yeah.
Like when bands say, "Oh, we recorded it ages ago, we're sitting on it," and then I'm like, "Oh, it must be well hard."
We will be in
Record.
that. We'll be in that position though in a few months. We'll be
So
like,
you're
"Ugh."
excited for them.
Yeah, but right now because we literally have just recorded them, we don't have them back yet. But I can't wait. And then we're going to put it out next year at some point, but we don't know yet. Need to
Touring
figure it
journey.
out.
More load steps.
Yeah, for sure.
Exciting.
I think because we've got a few quiet months from now, and then like after festival, there's not loads on. There's like a festival in Exeter, and then something else maybe, and then next year will be like first bit hopefully still a little bit quiet, and then when the album comes out we're going to tour loads. Should be fun.
Well, enjoy the gig tonight in the home of Sue Townsend. That's what I was reading the interview. Sue Townsend.
Yeah.
I feel like she was from Leicester.
She wrote the like Adrian Mole books.
Who lived in Ashby. She's like 10 minutes away from us.
Really?
Yeah. I remember reading it when I was like 9 and being like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then getting to the middle bit and going, this is really inappropriate for a 9-year-old.
Yeah.